Well, let's start with the machetes that were given to me as a present, as a gift. They were sent to me as a gift by my friend Vinicius from Maringá, okay, the city of Maringá. And these machetes are made by Corneta or trumpet. In English would be trumpet. In Portuguese we call it corneta, okay? And these machetes, I've told, they are made of superior steel than the Tramontinas. Okay, the steel in them is better than the that they use by the Tramontina. And actually, I could tell it by the hardness of the steel when I was putting the modifications on it. Okay, it's actually seems they are much harder than the Tramontinas, and I actually think they will perform better. They are carbon steel. Okay, this one here is a 16-inch, all right, and this one here also by Corneta. I think you can see it here, right there, Corneta. This is a 14-inch, okay, so 16-inch, 14-inch. This one here has a red coating on the blade, and the shape of the blade is actually different from this one here, as you can see there. Hold on, sorry. Right, this one, the upper one, the red one, has a bigger belly that goes down. Okay, it's kind of fatter here. But one thing regarding these two machetes though, the blades are very thin and very light. So I guess they are good if you are chopping for long hours through the bush, like I did last year. You know, like for 6 days of chopping through taquara. You know, you have the machetes all the time in your hand. So these ones here, I think they are kind of better for that kind of environment when you have to do a lot of chopping, and you don't wear off, you don't get too tired, you know, by doing too much chopping all day long. They cut really well. As for the modifications I've put on this machete here, I'm following the school of my master, machete master, if I can put it this way, Mr. Dave McIntyre. You guys know him as Cole Hain. So he is actually the guy who's created and who has come up with this design, which is perfect if you ask me. And for any kind of tropical environments, this is the perfect survival tool. Really, guys, this is the machete that you want there. Forget the Tom Brown tracker, forget any other knife that is supposed to be a all functional survival blade. A machete, a simple machete like this, with these modifications here, this is what you want and this is what you need. You carry a Tom Brown tracker into the jungle, and you see what kind of a expensive little monster you got on you, useless little monster, and expensive, okay, tool you got on you, because you won't be able to do anything at all with that thing in the bush. Now, I'm not talking it down, people. Believe me, this might work, you know, for the environment it was conceived, but not for the jungle. This is the tropical area survival blade that you need right there, okay? A not too heavy machete with with the following features, okay? First, the blade itself has a convex edge here because it can take a lot of batoning, right? Now, as for the base of the machete, of the base here, as you can see, there is a Scandinavian portion here which allows me to do fine work like carving, notches, and some fine chopping. This is excellent, okay, part. Let me tell you what, I usually, if on a normal machete, I would have a long portion here, but because I had the Corneta stamp here, I didn't want to, you know, get rid of it. So in order to keep the Corneta mark here, I preferred to have a smaller Scandinavian portion, but it will do the job just the same. And I like to have the brand of Corneta on my machete, especially because these are superior carbon steel blades, like I said before, and I think they are great. Another thing is, this whole portion of the spine up to, let's say, here, yeah, a little like 2/3 of the spine were squared off, were grounded off, okay? Why? Because I can use it as a planer, as a scraper, or I can use it to throw sparks out of my ferro rod, alright? And as for the tip of the blade, I rounded the tip of the blade because I can get a better grip on it and use it like this to scrape, to peel off, you know, bark of wood or whatever type of scraping job or work I have to perform with the machete on wood. This makes it very comfortable to work like this. And like I've tried it before like this, I've seen Mac using it like that before. Believe me, this is an excellent tool with these different features. So let's say that in one tool here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different features that allow you to perform several types of tasks in the wood. Okay, so like I said, these concepts and this design here was originally created by Mr. Colhane, Dave McIntyre, this fantastic bushman God has sent to Brazil to help us out here to improve bushcraft in Brazil. And he's the guy who's been teaching me all about blades and all this stuff. And Mac, thank you again, bro, for all the knowledge you have so, you know, nicely, you know, given to me. So, all right. So same story here. Well, another thing about this blade, a little feature that I like, it has this kind of choil here, right? That allows you to hold the blade and choke on the blade like this and use the Scandinavian portion here, which is bigger than the one I showed you previously, like I said, because actually I like it a little bigger. You see the CORNETA stamp on this one here is upper on the blade, so I have a bigger area here to put the Scandinavian portion. Again, convex edge, same stuff, rounded tip and squared spine to allow me performing all those different jobs and works and tasks like I said before. And this got this little choil here, right down here, okay, like I said before, allows me a better grip to choke on the blade and perform my carving tasks and stuff like this. Well, for this big red blade, I've made this leather sheath, okay, which is actually very good for, it's very functional, not very beautiful, I have to agree, it's not very beautiful, but it is functional. And, oops, sorry there, sorry, okay, it is not as beautiful as the sheaths that Joe Garza, Montero Bushcraft, okay, has been making. And this guy is an artist, or even Paul Scheider from Hedgehog Leatherworks. This is very basic functional machete, but this works very well. You can see there's the weld in here, so it should prevent the blade from cutting out through the threading when I put out the machete, and it's really locked inside. It's not coming out. So yeah, I treated the leather with beeswax too, so now it's waterproof. So I hope you like it. And that's it. This is my review on my new machetes, my new blades. You can pretty much call them real survival blades for the jungle, right, like I said before. And I hope you guys like it. This was Giuliano Toniolo. See you in the boonies.